Hello, everybody. My name is Kamara, and today we will be reviewing our 16th installment of the Backyardigans. Season 1, Episode 16, Eureka. In this episode, Tyrone and Pablo are pretending to be crusty, dusty prospectors, and Unique and Tasha pretending to be brilliant scientists. And they all head off to the hills of South Dakota. For the boys, they're trying to find gold, and for the girls, they're trying to find dinosaur bones, specifically the dinosaur bones of the Flapposaurus. Now, this episode, I used to not really like it. Sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, sometimes I don't really like it, and some days I don't really like it, and some days I do like it. Mainly because I kind of got Quest for the Flying Rock deja vu from this episode. And if you guys know my opinions on that episode, then you would know so far that it's the lowest ranked episode of this season or of the series so far. But this episode, I rewatched it a couple times and tried to think with an open mind, not really too on the negative side. Well, let me start off with why I say sometimes I don't really like it on some days. Because, like I said, I kind of get Quest for the Flying Rock vibes. And if you know, the same cast of characters from that episode were kind of selfish. Were kind of, not only that, there was a bridge involved. But this time, the bridge situation, like, I did not like the bridge scene in this episode at all. I still kind of don't. Because, like they kind of, because Tyrone and Pablo, they use, like, these picks to, like, unhook the rope of the bridge from the other side. And I'm like, oh, come on. Why would you... Like, that was so mean. And Tasha said it herself. Well, that wasn't very nice. Like, girl, I know. But honestly, in the argument here in this episode and not in the Quest for a Flying Rock, now I see a little bit... I kind of do see a bit funny, especially when Unique says, "I'm talking to you, buddy." Like, that's where I got that phrase from. But and there are a lot of funny moments in this episode. There are a lot of funny moments. Like, I love the song Eureka. I will admit it does get a little bit repetitive, but not in the way that you think. I mean, I won't mind a repetitive song if they have great vocals. So Eureka gets a pass. It's a great song. Don't worry. And as for the and I really like Clementine. Like, whenever they get horses in the show, like, I'm so happy. I love horses so much. I love the costumes in this episode as well. I like the song One Good Turf Deserves Another. Like, whenever I'm helping somebody, somebody that really needs my help, like, that's the song I think of. Even somebody that I don't really get along with, I feel like it'll be the right thing to do. And like Tasha says, even though you're crusty, it's the right thing to do. I would never say they're crusty. People in my real world, not in Backyardigans' world, is crusty. I'm saying, like, hey, even I know you're kind of we have our ups and downs, but I still want to help you because it's the right thing to do. So I like that song for that, And the river scene when they hit an underground spring, like, this episode, I really like the water scene in this episode, especially when they're on the boat and Pablo's little pack, a little bag on top of Clementine, and the second time or the third time he goes through it, when they're trying to get Clementine to get on the boat, he's trying to find oars. Like, we get a couple of references from past episodes, like the tuba from Polka Palace Party and the surfboard from our previous episode, Surf's Up. Like, that's really nice. And I like how Unico says, "You guys, we have to get organized." Like, yes, thank you. Somebody had to say it. I'm so happy they didn't argue. I am so happy. I'm so happy there was only just one argument. Like, if I had to say, this is the quest for the flying rock done right. Like, sure, they're a bit selfish. I mean, I feel like Tyrone and Pablo were a bit more selfish than they show signs of greed here. I feel like the scientists weren't as selfish because I wouldn't really say dinosaur would comment down below. Are dinosaur bones more valuable than gold? Let me know. But I think that Tyrone and Pablo were being more selfish than the girls here. In the quest for the flying rock, they were all selfish in their own ways. They were equally amount of selfish. But in this episode, the boys were being a bit more selfish than the girls. And Tyrone's face when he's looking in the bag, he's like, "Oh my god, come on, we don't have all day." And especially he's with the girls, like that face he gives, like, "Oh man, you're embarrassing me." I'm sorry. And the music genre, township jive, the flutes in the background whenever they're about to sing the song Eureka. I get some Andy Griffin vibes. You know the theme song, how like the whistles in the background? I got those type of vibes. I don't know, and I don't know if the Andy Griffin shows uses the same music genre. I could be wrong, or maybe it's just a coincidence, or maybe it's just my old lady side coming out because I love Andy Griffin. But yeah, this episode is you could say I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. This won't be the last time you hear me saying this. In this season, you just watch, don't worry. It was a bit it was good. The beginning was good. The vocals were good. In the middle, it was kind of selfish, mostly from the boys' perspective. The scenes, I'm happy that they were able to work together, and I'm happy that I got some Quest for the Flying Rock deja vu, but in the best way possible. Because if the episode had turned out like this in the Quest for the Flying Rock, even without Austin, because once again Austin's not in this episode and he wasn't in that episode, maybe that episode could have gotten a higher rating, like I said. So keep that in mind. So this episode, it's getting a 6.5. Like I said, when I was younger, I did not like it. I didn't really like it. When I got older, I kind of on some days I liked it, on some days I didn't like it. And now that I'm older, I can come to appreciate it. I can see its greedy aspects, but that's not going to stop from me watching it, So this episode is getting a 6.5. And it was good. It was a good episode. All right. Now, we only have 4 more episodes left. 4 more. 4 more. 4 more. I hope that the rest of these last few batches of episodes can get at least between an 8 or a 10. That's what I'm hoping. And I think the next episode is going to get a very, very high rating. But we'll talk about that when we do next time. So, you know where I'm going with this? Stay tuned to next time as we review Season 1, Episode 17, Race Around the World. See you all next time.